While former Vice President Joe Biden is running for president, he's expected to make the official announcement next week. As Stephanie Whitfield explains, he'll become the 19th Democrat candidate to join the race.
The list of presidential hopefuls is growing by the week, at least on the Democrat side. 18 candidates have already announced they're running. We're hearing Joe Biden will become number 19 next week. The roster of candidates includes 6 women, 6 senators, 3 U.S. representatives, 2 mayors, a businessman, and a spiritual counselor. Marianne Williamson, a Houstonian, is one of 3 Texans who have launched presidential campaigns. But only one is on the short list of candidates to watch, and that's Beto O'Rourke. KHOU's political analyst says Beto and California Senator Kamala Harris are polling really well right now. But Senator Bernie Sanders is the front runner. He'll be in Houston next week. He's speaking at a presidential forum at TSU, along with 6 of his Democratic opponents. And keep in mind, the primaries are still a year away. Back to you.
Thanks for the breakdown there, Steph.